Did you know the Canada Pension Plan is about to change in ways that could seriously impact your retirement? In this video, we're breaking down the 3 major updates coming in 2025, what they mean for your wallet, who stands to benefit the most, and why some people might not see a dime of the new enhancements. Let's get into it. Big change number 1, inflation adjustment. First up, let's talk about inflation adjustments. Every year, CPP payments are adjusted to account for inflation, and in 2025, recipients will see their payouts increase by 2.6%. Now, the government calculates this increase based on the average rate of the price change in certain goods and services purchased by Canadians over the last 12 months, ending in October of the previous year. While 2.6% might sound decent, it's worth asking, does that really reflect the cost of living? Many Canadians feel the pinch with soaring grocery bills and rising gas prices. If your day-to-day expenses have been increasing by double digits, that 2.6% adjustment might not feel like it's keeping up. And here's a quick note. If you're receiving old age security or OAS, keep an eye out for those updates on those payments as they're adjusted quarterly rather than annually. Big change number 2, increase in the year's maximum pensionable earnings, YMPE. Next, let's talk about YMPE. This is a crucial number because it determines how much of your income is subject to CPP contributions. In 2025, the YMPE will rise to $71,300, up from $68,500 in 2024. There is also an additional earnings threshold referred to as the YAMPE. The 2025 YAMPE is $81,200, up from $73,200 in 2024. I will discuss these 2 tiers of earnings in a moment. So what does that mean for you? If you earn more than $81,200, you'll contribute more to CPP, but only up to that cap. This increase also benefits higher earners who are building up their CPP entitlement, as more of their income will now count toward their future benefits. However, keep in mind the full impact of this change is geared toward younger workers. If you're retiring in the next few years, this won't make a big difference to your benefits. But for those who have decades left to work, these higher contributions could mean a more substantial payout in retirement. Big change number 3, wage growth and a 2-tier CPP system. The final enhancement has to do with wage growth and a new 2-tier CPP structure. If you've been following these updates, you'll know that the government has been transitioning CPP to replace a larger percentage of pre-retirement income, moving from 25% to 33%. Here's how it works. The first tier covers income up to $71,300. The second tier applies to income between $75,300 and $81,200. This second tier is part of the expanded CPP contributions introduced a few years ago. While this means higher contributions for workers, it also ensures a bigger payout for those who contribute to both tiers over the long term. Now, let's look at who these enhancements will benefit the most. If you're 65 or older today, these changes won't impact you significantly. Your contributions are already behind you, so your payments won't see much of an increase. If you're in your 40s or 50s, you'll see a modest benefit, but not a life-changing one. For example, a 40-year-old will see an additional $2,000 to $4,000 increase compared to someone retiring today. But here's the real game changer. If you're in your 20s right now, you're the big winner. With 40 years of contributions ahead, you'll fully benefit from these enhancements. By the time you retire, your CPP payments could be substantially higher compared to today's retirees. Here's where it gets interesting. Starting in 2025, the maximum monthly payout at age 65 will be $1,433. Sounds great, right? But here's the catch. The average Canadian only receives about $800 per month. Why the big gap? A few reasons. Lower or inconsistent earnings. If you've had periods of unemployment or lower income, your CPP entitlement will reflect that. Early retirement. Many Canadians start taking their CPP benefits at 60, which reduces their payout significantly. Years spent outside of Canada. If you lived abroad or taken an extended break from working in Canada, your benefits may be lower. If you're wondering how much you'll receive, you can calculate your CPP entitlement by logging into your My Service Canada account or calling the CPP office directly. Just keep in mind that their estimates assume you'll contribute at your current career average earnings until age 65. So if you plan to retire early, be sure to adjust your expectations. Now, here's the question I want to ask you. Will CPP and OAS play a bigger role in your retirement than you expect? When I talk to younger people, they often dismiss CPP entirely, saying things like, it won't even be around by the time I retire, or I'm going to save so much on my own that I won't need it. But when I speak with retirees, it's a different story. Many of them rely heavily on CPP and OAS to make their savings last longer. And some even say they underestimated how much they need these programs. So as you think about your own retirement, does this change how you feel about CPP? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your perspective. Thanks for tuning in today. We've covered the big changes to CPP in 2025, inflation adjustments, the increase in YMPE and YAMPE, and how the expanded CPP system is designed to replace more of your income in retirement. Remember, your CPP payout is just one piece of the puzzle when it comes to retirement planning. If you have questions about how these changes will affect your specific situation, or if you want to create a personalized strategy for retirement, don't hesitate to reach out to a professional. If you're ready to take control of your retirement strategy and want a personalized advice on how these CPP changes affect you, click the link in the description to book a consultation with me. Let's create a plan that works for you.